What's up, YouTube? Back with another video, and this time, I kind of hinted at this already earlier in my last video, but I'm gonna show you guys how I learn like hacking stuff. So, what you have in front of you is tryhackme.com. Obviously, it has like a bunch of rooms and shit, and I'm doing like the complete beginner learning path, just learning. I mean, I know most of this stuff, but like, it's a good refresher. Some of the rooms that I've done already. Hold on. Web fundamentals. Uh, there's like introductory networking, web fundamentals. That's like easy stuff. Burp Suite and OAuth Zap. Those are definitely two tools you want to learn to use. Like honestly, I might even make that a whole video like using Burp Suite. It won't be that long, but it definitely is like worth its own video. Like using Burp Suite to pen test apps because it's definitely something I use on almost every web app pen testing scenario. And hold on, vulnerabilities. I think the room that I'm looking for was the OWASP top 10 room. There was a room like that, right? Um, can I check the rooms that I completed? Oh, just missed it. Yeah, the OWASP top 10 room. I'm not gonna be doing a walkthrough of it because I don't know how TryHackme feels about that shit, but it is generally what it goes over, like OS command injection, uh, sensitive data exposure, XXE attacks. That's definitely one, like a big one. Broken access control. It's another big one. Uh, Cross-site scripting is another big one. Insecure deserialization is another big one. And yeah, so OWASP Pot 10 is definitely something you want to get brushed up on for Hack the Box, especially like most of the easy and medium machines. And a lot of these rooms, like introductory networking, there's even an mmap room or like you learn, it's all about learning nmap, introductory networking. Vulnerability is kind of like a room where you kind of it takes you through the whole pen testing process. And yeah, like the recon, the exploit, the privilege escalation. So like, and also TryHackme is a little more handholdy than Hack the Box. Like they kind of give you hints and tell you what to do, and it's like they'll give you questions to kind of like answer. So it'll be like, oh, find the flag in slash whatever, or find a vulnerability, or find the XXE vulnerability on the page, or some shit like that. So it's definitely more like instructive. And also another thing I use is Hack the Box Academy. I'll show you the modules that I've done. Linux fundamentals. There, TryHackme also has a room called Linux fundamentals. It's another one I recommend. Linux fundamentals 1, 2, and 3. Do all of them. You definitely learn a lot. Uh, this one, Hack the Box Academy, also has a Linux fundamentals module. And there's also Windows fundamentals, which is also pretty cool. And modules that I've done, I'm actually doing the SQL injection fundamentals, but I've done like the file inclusion, directory traversal one, which is very interesting. Like any sort of file inclusion is usually like a big vulnerability, so it's definitely something you want to be aware of, and you want to get good at spotting and exploiting, because yeah, it can make or break. Yeah, it can make or break your pen testing or whatever. So obviously, I haven't done that many rooms on tryhackme or hackthebox academy, but I'm definitely like I'm getting better. Like I just started making hackthebox videos this year. Was it like in March or some shit? So yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still learning too, honestly. So that's kind of where I go to learn. Another place I go to learn is YouTube. Uh, the main YouTube channels that yeah, I'm not signed in, but the main YouTube channels that I watch are Ipsec. You already know, like he does a bunch of hack the box tutorials and stuff like that. That's where I learned a lot of the stuff. And watching Ipsec not only gives you theoretical knowledge, but it shows you him exploiting stuff in real time, and he kind of goes through his thought process and stuff like that. So I think it's definitely something you want to watch before you start. Like, well, not necessarily before, but like while you're doing it, like you could play hack the box while still watching Ipsec, and like you always learn something new because he's actually like one of the OGs. Like he really knows this shit. Another one I recommend is John Hammond. John Hammond does like a lot more variety stuff, but in my opinion, I think he's more beginner friendly. He does like a lot of try hack me rooms because I think like Ibsec is somewhat he has some affiliation with Hack the Box. Uh, I'm pretty sure John Hammond has some affiliation with Try Hack Me. I know he's altered a couple rooms for them, but yeah, he does a wide variety of shit. He also does some Hack the Box content and Try Hack Me stuff, and also random shit. So like I learned a lot from watching him. He also does like malware analysis and stuff like that. Another channel I recommend is Live Overflow. I mean, to be honest, I guess I I'm kind of linking some of the most popular channels here, but I accidentally played the video. But I mean, these channels are pretty popular. I mean, if you want some lesser known channels, Pwn Function. Pwn Function is pretty good. Uh, who else? Was it No Bite? No Bite's pretty good. I fuck with these guys. Also, Network Chuck. These are like just a few of the channels that I watch to get better at like hacking and like infosec and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, Network Check is one of the more beginner friendly ones. He doesn't strictly do like infosec. I think he does IT videos in general. Like you see CCNA, links for hackers, networking stuff. So he's variety, but he does dip his toes into some informative like hacking content. And he does have a Linux for hackers free course, so you could watch those videos if you want to learn a bit about Linux. So those are the YouTube channels that I watch. Also, another thing you want to do is go on overthewire.com .org. Play a few of their war games. Bandit, Nuts Out. They have a fuck ton. You don't have to do all of them. Uh, what I suggest, definitely do Bandit and like do like a few more, I guess. Each shell game has its own SSH port, and there's usually like a challenge or a series of challenges where like you get a flag which leads to the next level, which leads to the next level and stuff. And like you learn about like Linux commands through Bandit. Bandit's like the easiest one. So I mean, definitely do over the wire. But yeah, if you want like where to start, I definitely say start with try hack me and like watch John Hammond videos too and Live Overflow. Like, cause Hack the Box is just, it's not nearly as handholdy, and also like the Academy, it's a little more restrictive with like the free and premium content. Cause I only have like 40 cubes. There's only so many courses I can do. So definitely start with tryhackme. So besides that, another thing you could do is take really good notes. Like, this is something didn't really I didn't really think much of it like when I first started learning this shit. But taking good notes is important. Whether you're saving write ups of like machines you hacked, or like you're taking some of the stuff you learned and just putting it in a file. What I use is Obsidian. I can't think of any better note taking application, especially for hacking, but definitely for other stuff too. Like, for Obsidian, you can, like, you have all your notes right here. You can make folders to group certain notes. These are some of my Hack the Box write ups. I don't really do write ups on most of the machines, but yeah, whatever. Uh, you can even have a graph view. So with all your notes, you click one of the nodes on the graph. I'm still learning how to use Obsidian, so, but yeah, it's like it's all grouped together. Uh, I want to learn how to use Obsidian more, but definitely use it. So far, like, I love it. It's written in Markdown. Like, Markdown's pretty easy to write in, so you can also preview it. You can edit it. It's all in one. It's all in one. And the whole point of like keeping notes is that sometimes like you'll hack a box and like you might not think it, but like you by the next box you'll forget like some of the shit that you did, and then you'll see a similar vulnerability like the same one, and then you realize like, hey, I hit a wall here. I don't really know how to do this. But, like, if you take notes, it's all right here. Another useful thing, like in Markdown, you can even put links. So for like common reverse shells, I just put a link to payload all the things, and this is the Markdown syntax for the link. So honestly, that's about it for the notes. Can I think of it right now? I showed you guys the YouTube channels, Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, Over the Wire. Honestly, there's still more shit. Like, if you have books on that shit, then sure, whatever. Like, there's obviously more resources you could use to learn hacking, but this is mainly what I use, and this is mainly what I've been grinding. Like, let me look at a few of my notes. Like, probably not that good, but like, I have like XXE techniques. I grouped them by like the type of exploit. So like, I'll make a note for reverse shells. So that's how I group them by like usage. I mean, you just group it however you think like shit is related. Like, if you want to have like a folder for like web exploits, like a folder for OS command injections. I don't really care. Like, personally, I just make a note for each kind of exploit. And like, as I use Obsidian, I'll probably get better and better at organizing my notes. I don't know, but I just wanted to say that. Like, yeah, I'm also gonna admit, like, I seen IPSec using Obsidian. Like, at first, I didn't think much of it, but then later, I just decided to try it on a whim, and I was like, whoa, this shit is actually pretty cool. So yeah, this SCF file attack, I remember I ended up using that on the driver tutorial. Sucks to suck, but it is what it is. Hackthebox sucked on my video and they copyrighted me, so what can I do, right? So that's like pretty much how I go about learning and getting better. Other than that, definitely keep doing machines. Like I believe the best way to learn is by doing. So you could read and get all types of theoretical knowledge, but it's only gonna be tested when you actually get on a box and start hacking. And honestly, I'm gonna be doing like studying for a little bit more, for a little bit longer, hacking and shit. And hopefully, I want to like start doing uh battlegrounds content, like head to heads, because I know like on hackthebox battlegrounds they'll give you like machines to defend and machines to attack. So far, like I've been doing a fuck ton of red team shit, and I also want to get better at blue team shit. And I'll be honest, like I've been watching IPSEC do that battlegrounds shit, and I thought it was interesting the way like the blue team methodologies are like pretty I don't know, the way he does it, it's pretty inspiring. Like, hold on, it's like I think I remember him. He did like a PS dash EAF dash dash forest. I know that's a command he was using a lot to check the processes, to check for any reverse shells, because like the PS command shows processes. Let me open up a terminal. I'm using Alacrity now. So like, it's taking a while, whatever. But yeah, that's one type of content I'm looking forward to doing. Uh, Also, I'm gonna be reviewing some of these types of attacks and stuff, like showing them on video. Cause even though I can't directly do hack the box machines, I can still show you guys how to spot and exploit these types of vulnerabilities. So I mean that's about it. Like I don't know. I think I said everything I need to say. That's pretty much how I go about learning how to hack. And I hope you guys like learn something new from this video. I hope this video inspired you to, even if just for 30 more minutes, just learn a little bit, do a couple more try hack me rooms, do a couple more Hack the Box Academy modules, you know. And a lot of these resources are free too. Like this information is out there and free, so I really hope y'all go out there and go get it, you know. So that's about it. I'll see y'all later and peace.